guys, so this is my Tough Mudder video. As you can see, it's about 13 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. I'm fast forwarding through much of this stuff that's kind of boring or, I don't know. So this was actually the first mud event. Really not that difficult. It's just a little bit of barbed wire, a little bit of mud. It's kind of just where they get you wet and get everything started. So as you can see, this is actually the second event. It's one of the first set of Berlin walls. This is actually the easiest. And this isn't even like 1 mile in, so, or maybe it's a mile in, but not too difficult. Get up and over, so I'll be fast forwarding through the second one. So, first water station. These are actually the monkey bars. Not too difficult again. There's one going up and then one coming down. Just gotta pretty much do it. You should be careful because sometimes they get a little slippery due to other people's wet hands. Try to get some dirt before you go. Alright, the first horrible obstacle you have, Arctic enema. So they fill this up with ice every 3 minutes. The water is free. Literally, you see that guy just pouring ice into there. I take my camera off and then jump in. So this is actually my second time doing Tough Mudder, so I knew that this event is horrible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every year this sucks. And I'm kind of cussing because it's freezing cold. So the key to this event is just do it as fast as you can and then run as fast as you can after to warm yourself up. So this next event is actually the partner carry. Not too difficult. Actually the more difficult part is you're going solo, is finding a partner that's around your same weight. This guy was a little bit heavier than me, but it was fine. So good guy. So we just did it. So as you can see, I'm passing a few people. These are people from either other waves that went before me, or this is another event. It's basically just upper body. Once you get to the bottom, it gets a little interesting because the water kind of slows you down a little bit. But it's just a basic. This guy cheated by using his feet at the end. Fucking cheater. So yeah, basic obstacle. Fast forward to the next obstacle. Just jumping over these things, and then I slow down because I actually don't make it through the first time around on this one.
Oh, fuck. Wow, that was pretty tall.
Yeah, it actually is pretty tall. It's about 4.5 feet tall, so you really got to get a good jump start to be able to make it up and over. Here's my partner. Well, not really my partner. I ended up leaving him later, but start running again. This is me coming down the hill. Now this is really fun. It's quite steep, but it's actually funner to run down. Now this, where it gets really steep, I started being a little careful. I wanted to run down, but I didn't. And then I saw this next guy come by, run down next to me, and I was like, hey, he's doing it, I'm doing it. So, it's always funner just to run. You'll see another hill that I end up going down. So this is actually one of the funner events. I unfortunately picked a bad hole, and I was sitting there waiting for like a good 2 minutes for this chick to be done. She just could not get up the hole. So I'm sitting there waiting. Even when I get up in the hole, I'm sitting there, I bump into her, and I'm still sitting there waiting. She was just not liking this event. I think she might have been. She was just tired. So, if you guys know me, you also probably know I have a bit of a fear of water. So, I kind of had to think about it too before I jumped in. So I took my GoPro off and then this chick tells me to take my GoPro off. I didn't want to jump. I've been skydiving and bungee jumping. Give me heights, but I do not like water. So I'm just swimming, getting out of the water. This is actually I think the second funnest event of the whole thing. Just running through. This is mile marker number 5, so I'm about a little bit under halfway done. So the first time I go up, I try to go
Oh,
up
you're
the
right.
first.
No, it's
That had way too much mud on it though, so I ended up having to switch ropes. So be careful with that. Same with the monkey bars. If something has too much mud on it, you're not going to be able to make it through. So just go up and over. Pretty basic event. Most of the events are pretty basic, not too difficult. So, and I was actually sick.
fuck that, dude. I was like, fuck it.
Never mind the cussing. I'll try to beep that out a little bit later. Just running, passing some people. This is a little. It's just a very steep mile marker number 6. So we're at mile 6. I fast forwarded through this event because it's literally just me climbing a wall and then going over and climbing down. Nothing too exciting. Parents were there taking pictures. This was fun. I ran down that hill and almost fell. And then this event is pretty cool too. It's just jumping into water. These tend to be more refreshing than anything because it's water, I guess. I'll let you watch it. As you can tell from the expression on my face, I do not like water. I fast forwarded to this event. It's called the Pyramid Scheme because it's literally boring. It's just waiting and waiting and waiting and trying to help people over. So, yep, I just missed it. That was mile number 7. I took a wrong turn at mile number 6. Oh no, you know what? The wrong turn was coming up. So I ended up taking a wrong turn and ended up adding 2 miles to my run because I don't know how to read signs. This is just basically just pulling a little thing with it's weighted down. So this is where I take the wrong turn. Nope, after this is where I take the wrong turn. Yep, this is me doing the wrong turn. I get to the end of this and they're like, yo, took a big shortcut. End up going back. I end up talking to this guy. He goes, you want to ride? You're like 2 miles off course. So then I'm back on course there and had to do the big hill, which is called Death March, which I fast forwarded through. I also fast forwarded through that Berlin Wall because it's boring. So now we're at mile number 9, and it's actually mile number 11 for me since this is a Devil's Beard obstacle. It's actually deceivingly difficult because it's it's mile 9 and you're tired and your arms and feet are kind of cramping up. This is where the shortcut left me the first time around, where I had to go back and redo everything. So I could have just taken the shortcut, but no. This was actually pretty difficult. And the guy before you was telling you that if you don't want to cramp up, you should swim through it. That's exactly what you should do. You should not be using your legs at all. You should just be dragging your legs and swimming through this. It's going to, save a bunch of strength, and it's going to make it so that you don't cramp up. This event is actually really difficult. It's just running through the mud like that. Your feet are sinking in about half a foot. This is mile marker number 10. This is where they split you off between people who've done Tough Mudder before and people who haven't. People who have get to do the slide, which is amazing. So I lather up my chest and my thighs, and then like a retard say, can I go backwards?
Can I go backwards?
She says yes, so now I have no soap on the back of me. It's still pretty fun. I hit a rock. As you can see from the expression of my face, I hit a rock and that really hurt. Still a fun event though, probably the funnest thing of Tough Mudder. If you are doing it for your first time though, you do not get this event. This is only for people who are legionnaires who have done it a few more times. And this is very close near the end. You have 2 events. Actually no, you have a few more because they added. So these are actually pretty cool. They're test events, so you're kind of just testing out for them. They're not, I think, a part of the Tough Mudder event. You don't have to do them, but this one, it's actually pretty easy. I don't know why other people are struggling with it. You're just taking pegs and putting them in and using them to lift your body up. Really not that difficult. very. I think at this point it's mile number 10, so people are more tired than anything. If you're an endurance athlete, you should have no problem with this. This is by far one of the most physically taxing events that I've seen. It's a test event, so you don't have to do it. What it is, it's just basically like a hole, but there's water on top of you, and it weighs you down. So I ended up slowing it down for you here. By the way, the screaming is not me. The screaming is the guy next to me. Just want you to know that. That's me. So that water, you're pulling it with you all the way, and it gets really heavy near the end of it. As you can see, I mean, I'm 10 miles in. I'm tired. I'm taking a few breaks during here. That's not me screaming again. It's the guy next to me. He was having a bit of a hard time. I'm more just trying to take it easy, and I did scream there because I hit my head on the top. So there's like, if you're claustrophobic, don't do this event, and it is actually very physically taxing. Up and out, nice and easy. This next event was another test event. I didn't finish it. It's kind of like the Ninja Warrior circle hoops. Anyways, Mount Everest, also very easy, not very tall. Just make sure you run really fast and you'll make it up to the top. You don't even need anyone else's help if you run fast enough. As you can tell, this is my second year doing this. I've done it both years without anyone's help. So at this point, you have a quarter of a mile left in the. It's about 11 miles. It was about 11 miles this year. So I fast forwarded through the shots because my mom didn't record it. But if you watch the pictures that I post with this, you'll see me getting shocked. Which is kind of fun. There's just the finish line, and ironically enough, my GoPro made it most of the way, and it died right now. Literally died right at the end of it. It's perfect time.
I'm by myself.
And that's my Tough Mudder video. You guys have any questions? Well, I gotta stop recording.